there was some speculation here on the show about exactly how much of this game is about using violence to kill unbelievers.
Yeah.
And what I was able to glean from the various reviews I read is that there are military units that you have that are armed, but there was none of the reviews talked about spending any amount of time gunning down enemies. My guess, from what I read, though this is a guess, is that those military units are defensive. Everything I read in all the reviews talks about how the primary activity is converting people to join your side.
And there's a huge amount of micromanagement from what I read. Like, if you're not messing with all your units all the time, they're losing faith.
Right.
Also, another thing that was brought up on the show was whether you'll get to play as the bad guys and whether they'll be handicapped in the single-player mission.
And according to the reviews I read,
you can't play as the bad guys in the single-player game.
Right.
Which I think is a point in your favor.
You can only play the bad guy, the non-religious guys, right? The infidels, us. In multiplayer,
that's right.
Internet play.
But in multiplayer, the two sides basically have identical units.
Right.
I guess just guitar guys versus folk singers
guys,
or something.
Yeah. Christmas Carol guys. So there's that. But, a couple of the reviews brought up, that they were still amazed that in a Christian game you were allowed to ever play the bad guys.
Yeah.
Right? That would seem to be, according to these reviewers, they were amazed that there even was multiplayer play, or that multiplayer play was not some kind of cooperative thing, rather than having a player actually play the bad guys. I mean, that would be, to me, the only reason to buy this game, is to get really good at it, despite the fact that it sucks so hard, and then play multiplayer as the secularists and kick a bunch of Christian ass. But apparently it's hard to connect to the servers, and even when you do connect to the servers, nobody is playing.
All right.
According to the reviews. Woo! So,
next.
Actually, there's probably more on this.
Oh?
Yeah, I just got a couple of... Christian groups are boycotting Left Behind.
Oh!
Yeah? Why?
Religious organizations take exception to faith-based real-time strategy, saying it promotes violence and intolerance.
Oh.
So...
Yeah, but, there's all kinds of religious groups. Are those, liberal Christians taking exception?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evidently, The Daily Show has mocked Left Behind.
Good.
I missed that.
You mean Eternal Forces?
Well, that's it. Left Behind, Eternal Forces.
Yeah, but we want to make sure that our listeners understand when we're talking about the computer game and when we're talking about the books.
Right.
Let's use the whole name so that we get to mock Left Behind while we're mocking Eternal Forces as well.
That sounds great. I love that.
There's the Rise of Nations developer licensed technology develop a religious real-time strategy game for a sequel. While Left Behind Eternal Forces, the first interactive adaptation of the apocalyptic Left Behind Christian fiction series, was crucified by reviewers upon its release earlier this month, publisher Left Behind Games has already announced a sequel to its real-time strategy game.
Oh, that's planning.
Well,
they did a sequel to the movie, which bombed, too, right?
That's a sign that their revenue doesn't come from actual sales. Their revenue comes from some source that is simply pushing Christian products. In fact, that's another point. Apparently, in the load screen in this game between missions, ads come up for Christian products.
Ooh.
And you're preached at.
Yes.
Wow.
And you can buy these Christian products while sitting at the load screen.
Chutzpah.
Yeah.
By the way, both of those links came to us from Schilling, who sent us the link that prompted
Schilling,
you to post
that was who it was.
on the blog, so we owe Schilling most of the
Yeah,
the information about this.
Thank you, Schilling.
Schilling's letter did not make cut to my news because we had too much, and that was the second time something.
It's okay. He's
Still-
at the TV show, so
Okay.
Still, I think Left Behind Eternal Forces should be renamed to Left Behind discounted to $10 after 3 months Forces.
Yes.
And I'm feeling